Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello.
Hello, good morning. Sorry, I was on mute.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. I have a question. I'm stuck in an exercise. Um, it says, could you tell me how much a taxi nearest to the mall costs? I guess that's the right order, but it keeps telling me it's wrong.
Okay, did you put a question mark or at the end?
Eh, yeah, it has a question mark.
Okay, repeat the sentence.
Could you tell me how much a taxi nearest to the mall costs?
Hmm.
Question mark.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's all right.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I'm going to search it on the platform. Which exercise is it? I mean, in
Um,
which topic? Let me open up the
um,
platform because, you know, sometimes, I mean, the sentence is basically correct. What happens is maybe it's just a little detail, is maybe a capital letter, or maybe it's just a question mark. Sometimes it's something related to punctuation. So, but no worries, I'm going to check
no,
it.
the weird thing is that it's not. I don't need to write it. It's
You just picked it.
yeah. You just
Oh my
move
God.
in the right order.
Okay, I will check. So which is the one?
2.4.2 in the question
Indirect questions. Okay.
in on Jumbo.
Let's see.
The last one, the forward.
Yeah, I got it now. Could you tell me how much the nearest
Oh, the nearest
taxi
that
costs?
could be.
Yeah, that is the one. It's like this. Could you tell me the nearest no, but
The nearest a taxi doesn't make sense.
doesn't make sense. So could you tell me how much a taxi to the nearest mall
Mm,
cost?
yeah, that makes more sense.
Mhm. Try
Let me
with
try.
that one and let's see.
Okay. So
How much a taxi to the nearest mall cost?
I need to do all text again, so give me a minute.
Okay, no worries. Okay, meanwhile, hello everybody. How are you?
Mhm.
Hello, teacher. Good morning.
Morning. How are you today?
I'm fine. It's Friday.
I know, I know. Any plans for the weekend?
And yes, and tomorrow I gonna to my boyfriend with my boyfriend to a tributo. But
Okay.
I don't know what is the tributo. So it's a surprise for me.
Okay. I mean
Yes,
that's interesting. I've never heard
yes,
about it, but great.
yes.
Nice for you. Nice for you. How about you guys? What are your plans for this weekend? Uh-huh.
Sleep.
Eh, Only sleep. Okay. And the rest of you? Uh-huh. Anything else? Okay. Only sleep. I know that you like sleeping. I know. I know. So, Robert, could you get the answer? Yes?
Yeah, that was the correct one.
Okay, very
Thank
good.
you.
You're welcome. Okay, everyone, remember every time that you have some questions or issues about the platform, just let me know and I will try to help you as soon as possible. Okay, so it's Friday. I hope you can enjoy the weekend. Today we are going basically to finish the unit number 2. So remember that every time that we finish the unit number 2, we are going to have a speaking evaluation. So I know that it's a little bit, it's not difficult to talk for 5 minutes, but I know that it requires that you spend a little time on it, right? That's why I will always give you enough time to do that speaking evaluation. I will give you basically the weekend to do that, okay? So later, when most of the students is here in the class, I will give you the instructions about that evaluation, okay? Now let's start. What was the topic that we studied yesterday? Do you remember the topic that we studied yesterday?
Indirect questions.
Thank you. Exactly. And direct questions. Okay. Can everybody see the presentation?
Yes.
Excellent. So today is May 12th, and this is a class number 8. We are finishing the unit number 2. Just a reminder about the platform. Remember, we are finishing the week number 2. That means that by the end of the weekend, I expect that you have 50% in your progress or more. I mean, if you want to work more, that's great, but no less. All right, so please everyone, be careful with the progress of the platform. You need a 50% by the end of this week, okay? Next week is the week number 3, so you need to have the 75%. So be careful with the progress of the platform. I don't want you to lost that points, okay? Remember that the platform is not optional, it's an obligation, okay? And remember, if you have an exercise and it's difficult or you have the incorrect answers and you don't know exactly why, so you can tell me and I will try to help you as soon as possible, okay? Now, as you said, indirect questions, that was the topic that we studied yesterday. When can I use indirect questions? Or why should I use indirect questions instead of the direct questions? What do you think?
When we want to be more formal or a little bit polite.
Very good, exactly. That is the difference between the direct questions and the indirect questions. The indirect question, well, they are more formal, a little bit more polite instead of the direct questions. Okay, here I have some examples. This is what we checked yesterday. Who is she? Where can I see it? Those are examples of direct questions. What are the indirect questions? Do you remember?
The example number 1 would be, do you know who she is?
Very good, exactly. So remember the structure. I need the introductory question, and then I need the direct question, but with the affirmative structure. And how about the number 2? Where can I see it? What will be the indirect question?
Could you tell me where I can sit?
Very good. That is the one. So if you see, the second sentence is like an affirmative sentence. So what happens if I have this type of questions? I don't have a double H word. So what will happen? What will be the correct indirect question here?
Do you know if the client called you back? Called you back, yes.
That is the one. Very good. So remember, if you have a yes, no questions, I mean, those questions that they don't have double H word. So what do you need to do? you need to add the word if. And because the sentence is in affirmative, you don't need the auxiliary anymore. So remember, you need to modify the verb. How about the number 2? Is the boss of the office? What will be the indirect question?
Can you tell me whether the boss is at the office?
All right, that is the one. So you can use both, if or whether. It's up to you, the ones that you prefer. Is it clear, the structure, every one of the indirect questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Easy, right? Or difficult?
So. So.
Okay. Now, remember that we can also use not only the introductory questions, but also the introductory phrases. For example, we can use I wonder, I like to know. So the structure will be the same. What is the difference? If I use these introductory phrases, what is the difference? What will happen?
We don't use the question mark.
Thank you. Look, I don't need the question mark. I'm going to add just a point. That's it. Okay, so there are different phrases that you can use. Any questions so far, everybody? Questions? No?
No, teacher, it's clear.
All right.
No, I'm fine.
Excellent. Okay, so if you don't have questions, we are going to have a practice. Remember that today is speaking day, so the idea is that you talk. So I want you to write right now 3 indirect questions, okay? And you are going to interview your classmates. So you can use different introductory phrases like the ones that are here. So you can ask questions about everything right now, okay? There is not a specific scenario, just 3 indirect questions and interview your classmates, okay? Go ahead, you have 2 minutes to write 3 indirect questions. Go ahead. Ready or not yet?
No yet.
Okay, no worries, I will give you more time. Remember, only 3 indirect questions. If you want, you can use introductory questions or introductory phrases, the ones that you prefer. The idea is that you are going to interview your classmates and your classmates will answer your questions, okay? Let me know when you're ready. Okay, everyone, ready? Not yet?
I have my 3 sentences.
Excellent. Okay, who else? Do you finish?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, everybody? Okay, so the idea is that you are going to interview your classmates. So we are going to practice speaking because you have to answer the questions, but also active listening because your classmate will say the question and you have to try to understand what they are saying. Okay, if you don't understand the question, ask your classmate to repeat them. Can you repeat, please? Or you can even ask an indirect question to ask that. I wonder if you could repeat your question, right? So nothing in Spanish, please. If you didn't understand the question, your classmate cannot translate. So be careful with that. So let's go, everybody, and practice the questions.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Eduardo. Hi, Fernando. Happy Friday.
Hi, thank you. Happy Friday.
Okay. I don't know. Let's do it.
Yes. Yes. Who wants to start?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Who wants to start?
Oh. I don't know. Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I was trying to find a plan for the weekend, so I don't know. Do you know where I can go with my family this weekend?
I didn't get the first part because I hear you very far.
Sorry. Let me try it again. Do you know where I can go with my family this weekend?
Depends. What is the context?
Tomorrow is Saturday, so I am trying to find some plans with my family.
You can go to the Bicentenario Park, exercise a little, enjoy the nature, or if you prefer, you can go to the cinema to watch a movie. If you go with children, you can look for a familiar movie.
Okay.
In that line, I don't know if your family likes Marvel, but there is uh, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Okay. That sounds interesting. Okay, thanks for your recommendations.
What's your next question?
In this always trying to find a place to go. I don't know. I was thinking in beach, and I don't know if you could tell me where Las Flores Beach is. I don't know if you.
If it's going to rain today, I wonder
Okay.
if it's going to rain today.
Okay, good.
Well,
Thank you.
answering the question, well, the weather app says that no, not going to rain today.
and it seems very sunny here.
But
Yeah, I think
yesterday
it's okay.
we had a little bit rain. Well, in my city, not sure where you live, guys, but here we had a little rain in the morning.
Really? Where do you
Yeah.
live?
Cool.
Yeah. It was nice. It was like 20 minutes raining, but I really enjoyed it.
Where do you live?
Well, that was cool.
In San Salvador, close. Well, right now I'm close to the zoo.
Oh, I'm in Saltatecla. That didn't rain today.
Well, that answer is related with my next sentence. I'd like to know where you live.
I'd like to know where you live. Yeah, I think it's correct. Well, I guess you are the only one who doesn't answer your own question. Who didn't answer your own question.
Where do you live, Rafa?
I live in San Salvador,
Nice.
just a couple of minutes from the Centro Histórico.
Wow, so you have everything close. Metro
Yeah,
Centro, the market. Wow, nice.
yeah, Los Planes, de Renderos.
Yeah, definitely. The malls.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you can go ahead with your next phrases.
My next one was that I'd like to know if it's going to rain today, but so
Because it's not too hot, but it's not too cold. Well, never is too cold, but
Yeah, I really love that lake. So
yes, it
that's why my question.
okay. Well, I have this is my last question is, do you think it is a good idea to go to the Aplaudos party?
Sorry, repeat. Do you think what?
Do you think it is a good idea to go to the Aplaudos party?
Yes.
Yes, I think so. It's a good place to go. Well, because it's very quiet and you can work with no problems, no internet problems or something like electricity related.
Okay, okay.
I
That's
work from home, so I take advantage to the party to know all my teammates. Have a good conversation with them. Take a
But
lot of photos.
do you know your teamwork?
For this year, no, I changed in January, so I,
Ah,
I I doesn't know anyone. So I take the opportunity. So know so many of them. So it's it's a good time, honestly.
okay. It's good when you go to a party in the company and you met to your uh, to your partners. I mean, it's good because maybe in all the year you didn't see them. So in the party is like, oh my goodness, uh, I meet you in person now. So for me, it's cool because in my team in finance, we it's not usually my my team is, be in the office.
Oh, right.
Yes, it's not usually.
Okay,
Like yes,
I got my last question.
okay.
Okay, can you tell me how much time do you have in the company?
Oh, okay. Do you? How much time? Well, yesterday, no, in Tuesday, right?
Mhm.
Because yesterday was Thursday. In Tuesday, uh, I, uh, I was 1 year, my first year
Oh,
in the company. Yes,
congratulations.
yes.
Congrats.
Thank you, teacher. And you, Sarah, how much time?
Me?
Yes,
Oh, I have almost 2 years. In fact, in June,
three
I
years.
got my second year. Yeah, my second year.
You have
2
been
years.
2 years in
Yeah,
Aplauda.
2 years. Yeah, correct.
Oh, 2 years.
Almost in the second.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Um,
nice. And you, Rodrigo, how much? How
In
much
my
time?
case, in September will be 3 years.
Nice.
3 years.
3 years.
Nice.
I won my third year because you have the entire day off in your birthday. I
Birthday
don't know.
day
So
off. You got your
yeah, I don't know how to say aguinaldo, but
The
in English
bonus
ah
it's
on
really good.
the
Christmas.
bonus.
Christmas bonus. Yes.
Christmas bonus.
Rodrigo, you will have a good bonus on Christmas because you're 3 years.
Yeah, when you have your third year, it's
Yeah.
pretty
Yes.
nice. Good.
The last part, Eduardo, I didn't get it.
Sorry. I wonder if you like video games.
What is bidden?
Video games. Sorry if I.
What is that?
Games like Nintendo Switch.
Okay, sorry. Not much because I don't have Nintendo or
Like you play any game on your phone or something like Candy Crush. No.
No, but I don't have games in my cell phone.
Okay. You don't like any game.
Yeah, I don't like that things.
Okay. And what about you, Fernando?
In my case, I do like games. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have a PlayStation 2, but that's older. Also have a Nintendo 64. And my last console is a Steam Deck. So in there, I can have mostly the newest games released on the market.
Oh,
And I'm excited for the last.
So yeah, but today I visit my dad, so I here in San Salvador, but
Oh, okay.
I live in Ciudad Marsella.
Okay.
But when I used to live with him, I like the way that, there are a lot of places close to his house.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I used to go walk to the, what do you say? Where the soldiers live in San Jacinto.
The ex-presidential house?
Yeah, next to there is there's like a house where the soldiers live. And they have a big
Uh-huh.
place you can walk or
Yeah.
running. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also we have close to here the swimming pools. So I used to go there also in the morning.
Nice. So your parents live here in San Jacinto.
Yeah.
Okay, time's up. Let's go back to the main room. Okay, time's up, time's up. Okay, some of your classmates are still in the breaking rooms. Let's wait for them.
Teacher,
Okay,
we have a
let's
tricky
see.
question
Yes,
that
which one?
says, I wonder if it is going to rain today.
Okay.
Is that the correct structure?
Yes, I wonder if it is going to rain today.
Okay.
Mhm.
Thank
Yes, you're welcome. And what do you think? I wish, right?
I
But
wish, yes.
I don't think that happens, at least not in my city, you know. Here is so hot. I feel like, I don't know, like if I were in Samuel or something like that. Not offense, people from Samuel, but yeah, it's so hot. My goodness. Unbelievable. All right. So, easy or difficult? The questions, what do you think? Uh-huh. What was the most difficult thing? To create the questions or to answer the questions? What do you think?
I think to create a question.
To
Me
create
too.
the questions?
We have doubts if the question is correct or not.
Uh-huh, okay, all right. And you guys, what do you think?
I'm with Rafael. because
Okay, all
Maybe
right.
the creation of the question could be a little bit more difficult to
All
answer
right.
that question.
Okay, all right. Now, if you see when you were talking to your classmate, you have to try to understand. Was it easy to understand your classmate?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Did your classmate use the correct structure in the questions?
Yes.
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 Nice, very good, very good. Okay, excellent job with the questions. I was listening and yeah, I like the questions, very good structures. And thank you so much when you were answering, you were trying to give details. So that's great too. Only two details when I was listening to the questions. It says it's not usually. For example, imagine if I say going to the beach is not usually for me. Can I say that? Going to the beach, for example, is not usually for me. Can I say that? Or not? Uh-huh.
I'm not used to it to go to the beach, but
Okay, that's another option. Look, what I wanted to see is the difference between usually and usual, okay? It's different. Remember, usually is a frequency adverb that you can use. For example, if you say, I usually go to the beach, right? I usually eat hamburgers, okay? But the word usually is an adverb. Usual, on the other hand, is an adjective. So we need to use it as it is. So I can say, it's not usual or it's not common. That is another synonym for usual. It's not usual to watch a movie online. It's not usual that I get up early in the morning. Okay, so that is a difference. So if I say going to the beach is not usually for me, not really. In that type of sentence, the best option is usual. Going to the beach is not usual, or going to the beach is not common. And remember, when we are using usually, the position in the sentence, it's always at the beginning of the sentence after the subject, like I usually, and then the verb. That is the position for the word usually, but never at the end of the sentence. We cannot finish a sentence using usually. That is the rule with the frequency adverbs, okay? Is it clear the difference between usual and usually?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And the other one, I listen to, I doesn't. Can I say that?
No.
No.
Never, right? Never. I know that you were kind of excited. I mean, talking a lot, but remember, grammar is important. Now, let's have a role play. Remember that these type of questions are very useful when you want to be polite. And this is very common to see this type of questions during an interview. So during this role play, student aid, you have to imagine that you are the recruiter. You want to hire someone. So you need to interview the candidates asking only indirect questions. Okay, what type of questions? Well, I don't know. Remember the times when you were on an interview and try to copy those questions. Student B, you just need to answer the questions. Okay, try to give the best answer as possible. Let's imagine that you really want that job. And if you have some questions about the job, like how much you will receive, right? Or schedule, or about vacations, or about the job or the activities that you have to do, you can also ask the questions to the recruiter, okay? But you need to use indirect questions too. So during this role play, everybody has to ask with indirect questions. Is it clear, the role play? Yes?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yes.
We will be in pairs, okay? I'm going to send the instructions of the role play on WhatsApp's group. So let's go. Give me a second. Let me just create the groups. Okay, let's go to work.
Good morning.
Um, before start, what's your role here at the Aplaudo?
Well, one of us has to be the recruiter, and the other one has to be the applicant, the applying
What
person.
do you want to be? You want to be a recruiter or an applicant?
I don't have problem with any of those.
I will try to be the recruiter in that case.
Okay.
But I need to know some basic stuff prior to start. Sorry. So what's your current role here at the Aplaudo? I will base my questions on that.
Oh well, my current role in Uploader is project manager. PM.
Which one, sorry?
PM, project manager.
Project manager, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me think. The first question. Salvador, could you tell me what your main skill is?
Yes, I can. Well, my main skills could be the management and the assertive communication. It could be the main two skills in my current role, because you have to manage a lot of things like budget, like times, milestones, and a few stuff that we need to make in your normal day. So that's the main skill. And the second main skill could be the communication, the assertive communication with the customer, with the internal client, like the developers, product owners, agile facilitators, and
she works in morning to Friday, Monday to Friday, sorry. So we take advantage of the weekends to go out, maybe see a movie or go to a restaurant. And on the days that she can go out because her work is she has to work. I usually read. I In the last months I start to buy a few books, so I take the advantage of the weekends and I read the a book.
Okay, that sounds great. And the last one, can you tell me what Rodrigo Olivares expects from Applaudo?
I don't understand the question. Sorry.
It is more about your expectations with this job in Applaudo.
I expect to work with the team. In my previous work, I used to work with one or two peoples. So I expect to have this collaboration work that is it's great when you have a big team with work on. Other thing that I can expect is that I can learn something every day.
Could you tell me if you always in position of QA? No, this is hard. If you always been in QA position?
Not really. I started working in another department that was called Network Operations Center, and we used to have the responsibilities to monitor the network and analyze all the traffic that we have for sales, and be on charge of detect any problem that we have in the network or with servers or for the call center. And some of the issues were easy to resolve, but if you cannot resolve it, we have to call another department so they can fix it. But basically it was really stressful because every day we had new problems. Every day you had to find a solution, and you had to make sure that the solution goes to production quickly. And I used to work like days and nights. So 1 week during the day, and then at night. And I get tired of that, so I search for another position.
Got it. Do you have a question for me?
Yeah, could you tell me why you like to work for this company?
Well, that's a question that I never heard before. I mean, as a interviewer, okay, I like to work here because this is what I like. I like the development, software development since always. Yeah, even when I was a kid, I wanted to make games, so I always like to computer science. So that's the reason that.
Now the next one is could you tell me what your areas of improvement are?
Sure. Well, I think one of the areas that I have to improve is the communication, specifically in English. That's why I'm taking English classes because I can talk with the customer and my peers, but I need to be more fluent and extend my vocabulary.
Oh, nice. And the next question is
Okay, time's up. Let's go back to the main room. Time's up, time's up. All right, very interesting questions. Okay, let's see. Time's up, everyone. Let's go back. Okay, how was the role play? Easy or difficult?
I think it was easy.
Nice. Who were recruiters? Who were the recruiters?
Well, in our case, both try to ask and answer.
Okay. And the rest of you guys, who were the recruiters in the team?
I was one of them.
Okay. So did you hire the applicant, the candidate? Did you hire
Yes,
him?
yes, I hired him because he was a very good fit for the position.
Nice job. Very good. Who else? Recruiters, tell me, did you hire the candidate?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Who else?
yes,
Eduardo, you hired the candidate too?
yes, of course.
Okay. How about in the team of Jacqueline and Robert or Michelle and Rodrigo? Who were the recruiter in your team, guys?
I was a recruiter.
Did you hire the candidate?
Yes, totally.
Okay.
I love all the answers.
Excellent job, Rodrigo. Very good. You convinced her. Nice.
Yes.
Okay. And Jacqueline and Robert, who were the recruiter?
We both play like recruiters.
Oh, you switched too.
Yes,
Nice. Did you hire the candidate?
definitely.
Okay. And Robert?
Yes. Of course.
Very good job. You know, something that I liked is your answers, guys. I like the way you answered it because you sounded very professional. I like that. There are some aspects that we need to work on. I know that this is fake. I mean, it's not a real interview, but even though we can feel a little bit nervous, right? And there are some phrases that we need to be careful with that, okay? Peoples. Can I say that?
No.
No.
Never, right? Remember that people is already in plural, so we cannot say peoples. Most of the teams ask questions about the previous job. So I heard this sentence: in my previous job, I don't have. Can I say that?
I didn't.
Ah, very good. So I'm talking in past. I need to use the correct auxiliary. So be careful with that. Now, according to the questions, nice job. I like that. Did you listen to your classmate hesitating a little bit? Like, for example, saying, did you listen to those type of hesitations? Yes? No? A little bit?
Maybe in the beginning when we start with the activity, but just because we were starting and
Okay.
thinking about the what can I ask or what can I respond, but just in
How
the
can you,
beginning.
I mean, the way that you can start, basically. Okay, so this is something that we need to try to avoid. Okay, that is the purpose. So my recommendation is record yourself. Listen to yourself to identify if you have this issue or not. In some audios that I received from the speaking evaluation, I listened to some of these hesitations. So we need to try to avoid them. What you can do if you have these type of expressions during your speaking, you can try to use words. So instead of saying, try to use phrases like, well, let's see. Good question. So you can use those phrases. It's better if you say the word than if you use these ones. Okay? Be careful with that. Now, the last role play, because we don't have much time, only 5 more minutes. Now, in the last role play, I want you to imagine that you are a customer and that your internet connection is not working, okay? You call the company, explain the problem, and you have to tell them that fix the problem as soon as possible. Student B, you are the agent. Try to help the customer asking the correct questions about the problem to find out what the problem is. And you can only ask indirect questions. Understood the role play? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So you can ask things like names, what the problem is, where this person live, how you can solve it. Remember that this is a customer service call. That means that the call has to be solved in a very quick way. So we have 3 minutes to complete it. We will be with the same classmates. So if you were the student A, now you can be the student B, or you can switch, the ones that you prefer. Okay, so let's go to the role plays. Good luck, and remember, be polite. Okay, let's go.
What role do you want to play?
I can be the customer service if you want to.
Okay, perfect. So let's do it. Good morning. I have problems with my internet and I need help with it. I have a meeting in 30 minutes, so I need to fix this quickly. I don't know if you can help me.
Okay. First of all, can you tell me your full name, please?
Okay, it's 226-9181.
Okay, thank you. Do you know at what time the services start to fail?
Since I woke up.
Um,
Yeah.
y- okay. Give me a couple of seconds. I'm going to check.
Okay.
I'm going to check if there are any.
Tell that I see a lot of green LEDs blinking right now, and I don't know what does that mean.
Oh, and can you tell me if your connection is established with a kind of wire direct to your computer?
Most of the devices use Wi-Fi. The only wire connection is to the router.
Oh, I got it. I was wondering if yesterday it rains near to your house, because in some part of the country was raining with lightnings and in a hard storm. So could be the reason to your bad connection, right? If something goes wrong, can you tell me if the
Okay, I have already tried restating the modem, but it doesn't work, doesn't resolve the issue. Did not resolve the issue.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And can visit you when you're available. Just let me know when.
Yeah, I like to know.
Okay, time's up. Let's wait for everyone. Time's up. All right, time's up, everyone. Some of your classmates are still in the breaking rooms. Let's wait for them.
They have a lot of complaints.
A difficult customer.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was listening to some of them, like very difficult customers. Oh my goodness. All right. Agents, could you solve the problem? Did you have a happy customer at the end?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, some difficult customers, guys. Don't be difficult. Very fast because we don't have more time. Everybody, be careful. What is the pronunciation of this word?
Since?
Since. Be careful. There are a couple of people saying signs or something like that. So be careful, okay? That is one of the observations that I have during the speaking evaluation too. So since. In some part of the country was raining. Is this sentence correct?
It was raining.
But if I'm talking in plural, in some parts of the country,
We're raining, right?
Very good. Now, I don't have more time. Very quickly, this is the speaking evaluation for the next week. Well, for this weekend. This is going to be a monologue. I know that it's going to be a little bit weird to do it, but that's the only things that we can try to combine all the topics that we studied during this week. I want you that you are at the doctor's office. Okay, so the doctor needs to know if you are healthy or how healthy you are. So I wanted to say in the audio, I want you to list the indirect questions that the doctor could ask you, and you have to answer them. So the idea is to combine the indirect questions with the expressions of quantity that we studied this week. So my recommendation is try to say as many details as possible so you can speak for the 5 minutes. Here we got some examples. Imagine that you are the doctor, so you had to say, well, could you tell me ta 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 ta, and then you answer the questions. So this is like a monologue. It's not necessary to change the tone of voice, no worries. So you can describe it. You know, I was at the doctor's office and he says, could you tell me how? So I said, yeah, da 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 da. Okay. The rules are the same. You must speak for 5 minutes, send the audio on WhatsApp's group. Please send it on WhatsApp's group because it's more, well, it's easier for me to check the audios. Some of you send it individually on a private message and it's all right, but then I have to search the conversation to find the audios and I don't want to miss any. So it is easier if you send it on WhatsApp's group. Due date, Sunday at 11 a.m. Okay, so you will have enough time to send the audio. Is it clear? The speaking evaluation?
Yes.
Yes, great. Okay, I don't want to take more time. So guys, this is all for today. Have a beautiful weekend and see you until Monday.
Okay,
Goodbye.
take care.
Bye. Take care.
Take care.